Black Lives Matter. This is a sign left by a protester here at the Hall of Justice. But I want to show you just how bad the looting is here. And look, completely the glass is broken. When you see destruction like this, what goes through your mind?
I'm a savage, classy, bougie, ratchet.
TikTok has become the go-to social media app during the coronavirus pandemic. And I asked her, did you take it personally that people from your own community are protesting against you? She said it would have happened to anybody in that position at this time. But people don't believe that it was a suicide. They believe there may be something else going on here. But what many may not know is how he cared so much about a major problem in this city. Oh my God. When people see Janice from Friends leading a choir, what do they think? This symbol of hate was discovered here a couple of days ago, and since then, at least a dozen have been found in this alley. But all the fun might not be so fun if President Trump has his way and proposes that 10% tariff on China. If you need to be tested for the coronavirus in the area of Compton, this is the place to be. When we got here this morning, we thought it was going to be an uneventful regular court proceeding. We were surprised when we watched Chris Darden actually leave the building. We got shorts you can work out in, get your sweat on before or after you consume your cannabis. It is a great place for just experiencing the culture.
I don't know anybody who goes running after they've smoked weed. I mean,
it's all about balance. Sidi Mugaga, Sichi Kulu. Those are just some of the lyrics from the documentary musical Witness Uganda. No one in the family, none of the women wore black. Right. They all wore white, which is something you usually see people wearing black during a funeral or memorial service. But they wanted to make a statement, obviously, this was a celebration and not a day of sadness. Imagine the idea of your relaxation is sitting on a plastic crate with a brick wall for support. It's the life of Kimberly Langford, who's been living on the streets for over 25 years.
I got out of prison, I didn't have a place to stay, I was staying at the Mission. I got tired of living at the Mission with a bunch of different women, so I've been on the streets.
And it was here on Skid Row where Kimberly says she became a victim of domestic violence.
It happened a couple years when I first got to LA. I broke up with the guy and I've been on my own ever since.
Mayor Garcetti says 91% of women on Skid Row have experienced domestic violence or sexual assault. It's why on Wednesday morning, he announced a plan to provide housing and services for 100 women who will also receive care for trauma.
Which is the right way to help them heal. And because of what we know about the community on Skid Row, this will have a significant and a disproportionate impact, positive impact, on Black women who are experiencing homelessness in Los Angeles.
For Kimberly, living in the reality of the mayor's words, the idea of helping those like her is good, though her concern is for everybody in the Skid Row community.
I think there's also people that don't have those kind of problems that need help getting off the street also as well.
It's a problematic lifestyle she's had to deal with for over 2 decades, and it's an epidemic the city won't be walking away from anytime soon.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
It's the words these peaceful protesters want you to understand. And as Indira Page marches on Hollywood Boulevard, armed with a criminal justice degree, she wants to make one thing clear. She's not anti-police.
I understand that there are good officers just as much as there are bad ones. So I'm not for someone telling us that we're fighting the police, especially when we're trying to talk to them, speak to them calmly, getting them to walk with us, to kneel with us.
Her father is a detective in the Los Angeles Police Department and had to combat the riots in 1992. Now, almost 3 decades later, she and all those marching are making their voices heard about the same racial injustices.
I'm upset. I'm pissed. I'm tired of people only giving a when we start protesting, start rioting. I can't stand that people are giving opinions we didn't ask for. I can't stand how everyone's telling us where to go, how to deal with this.
But it isn't just black people fighting for a unified equality and justice system. People of all races and ethnicities took to the streets of Hollywood to do their part, some even providing free snacks and water.
I support every black person out there fighting and trying to get equality and for some change in the system that's been hurting them for years.
And as the demonstration went on without incident in Hollywood, Indira wanted to send a message to anybody who thinks this is about rioting and looting.
I feel like everyone's missing the main focus of this, so I'm here to speak up. I'm here to stand for us. We're trying to get justice.
It's the objective of thousands, walking peacefully, eerily reminiscent of the civil rights marches of generations past.
George Floyd! George Floyd!